now a member of Yoshida Dojo, and right away tags Akihiro Gono with a series of lefts and rights. You talk about an impressive beginning. Hector Lombard just attacking Gono, coming out of the chute like a cannonball.
I cannot believe he came out that fast. Just, as you can tell by his physique, he's incredibly strong. Oh my God, just raining down. Gono, really, if he doesn't get moving, this may have to stop this fight because he's really not defending himself too well right now.
First fighter from Cuba, and so far he is smoking Gono like a fine Cuban cigar.
I like mine, Monte Cristo Age.
An unbelievable start to this opening round. Akihiro Gono entertained the crowd with his entrance, but Hector Lombard isn't here to play games. He is here to make an impact and emerge.
Wow, great guard pass.
Second round.
Great guard pass. The bug fell off a little bit. He's in trouble. No, now he's got the hip or the toe hold. He's a little bit low from the knee bar. You see, his legs need to be just above Gono's knees. A little bit too low now. He's going to miss the knee bar.
Looking to turn it into a heel hook here. Gono surviving the initial onslaught, but in danger here now.
Needs to keep attacking.
Escapes the submission and now gains the back of Hector Shango Lombard. Lombard from Cuba, lives in Australia, now a member of the Yoshida Dojo, has Hidehiko Yoshida in his corner.
You know what, I gotta be honest with you. First time, you know, big show gets a big opponent. I think he got exhausted himself out, punched himself out a little bit.
Undefeated in his mixed martial arts career.
He's got to move. Lombard cannot stand the bomb like that. Gono needs to get his hips in. Try to flatten him out.
Lombard had over 500 professional judo fights, a 7-time Cuban national judo champ, 4-time international judo champion, placed 5th at the Olympics in Sydney in 2000. And of course is now hooked up with a fellow Olympian, gold medalist Hidehiko Yoshida in the Yoshida Dojo. And right now, Trigg, looks like both of them are trying to catch a breather.
Both a little bit exhausted. Now, Lombard, he should be very comfortable in this position, so I should see him start sliding off a little bit. Let's stop it, restart this in the center. But he should slip off and get his back to the ground as quickly as possible. Try to get out of this back position. It's not a good spot to be in.
Gono was a part of the 2005 welterweight tournament as he defeated highly regarded Brazilian Daniel Acasio before being knocked out by eventual tournament champion Dan Henderson. Gono doesn't have his hooks in, and Lombard doesn't appear to be in much danger, controlling the wrists of Gono from this position.
Lombard's in perfect position now. See how Gono dropped his right leg on the ground. Lombard can slide his hip off. There we go. There he is. Oh, keep turning, come back up.
Both are back on their feet now. An entertaining start. Wow. Gets tagged again. Gono can take a shot. The All Japan kickboxing champion delivers a knee right up the middle.
Great position for Lombard. Punched his way in. Got some good striking in there. Landed some good shots. Not the prettiest boxer we've ever seen. Gono's doing a great job though, not taking full blunt of any punch.
In his career, Lombard does hold a victory, a first-round knockout of Pride veteran Daiju Takase in a show in Australia that took place in March of 2006 this year. And right now they're in a tie clinch. Nice combination there with the uppercut and the hooks by Lombard. And for a guy who, has made his name in judo, this guy is definitely striking his way to the hearts of the fans here in Saitama Super Arena.
Definitely learned a lot while with the Yoshida camp. Separation, restart in the center.
Gono known for his strong chin. There's his kickboxing now coming into play as delivers that leg kick. Gono loves to be the underdog. Openly admits that Japanese fighters are physically weaker than their Western opponents, and I think that's some kind of psychological gamesmanship that he's playing there when saying comments like that, knowing full well that Hector Lombard will hear them.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Gono's a pretty tough, pretty strong guy.
Member of Team Grabaka. Gono began his career winning the majority of his fights by submission, so he is an accomplished grappler as well, though thus far. Nice body shot. It's stereo.
Good front leg kick. Gono's starting to get a little more comfortable now, slow him down.
Nice right hand there by Hector Lombard. You know, Lombard's been described as having the physique of Kevin Randleman, the aggression of Vanderlei Silva, and his fights are reminiscent of an old school Vitor Belfort, and definitely wants to now make a name for himself here in Bushido.
Most people don't realize with judo, you get thrown so much. A lot of the throws put you directly on your head, but just from those years and years of pounding, you learn how to take a good punch to the chin. You know, there hasn't been very many judo guys that can't take a punch when they're out there competing.
As we mentioned, there is an underlying storyline. Nice inside leg kick delivered by Gono. Beautiful snap to that at the press conference to announce Lombard's participation in this tournament. He called out Gono because of the less than flattering things that Gono had to say about Lombard's teammate at Yoshida Dojo, Makoto Takimoto. So there is a little bit of bad blood between these two combatants.
How about he get inside though? I'm not real happy with the way Hector is taking this fight right now. He's taking the outside too much. This is Gono's game. You don't want to be here. This is where Gono's going to beat you. You have to get inside, do a little dirty box, throw him hard in his head, and start doing some grappling on the ground.
Gono has definitely slowed down the pace now after surviving absolutely incredible start for Hector Shango Lombard. We didn't know if Gono was going to survive the opening minute of this fight, but has definitely now settled things down. And you talked about it as well, Trent. Perhaps Lombard, as we head into the final 3 minutes of the opening 10 minutes, needed to also gather his second wind after an absolutely frenetic start to this opening 10 minutes.
It was amazing pace at the very beginning. Both guys obviously backed up. Oh, wow.
Right hand.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
On the chin.
Lombard's walking straight into a lot of right hands now. He's getting lit up a little bit. I don't care how tough you are. I see a couple of those in the chin. It's going to be hard to stay on your feet. He's so strong. Even with Gono in control, he keeps pushing him off.
Gono told us that this is the most motivated he's ever been in his MMA career, being a part of the 2006 Bushido welterweight tournament. Nice right hand by Gono. Beginning to mark up the face of Shango Lombard. Trig, what do you think so far of what we've seen here?
I gotta tell you what, I was really impressed with Hector in the very beginning, but now his game plan, he's got a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of lactic acid because of his muscles.
Nice!
Whoa! No limp. His knees are starting to give out on him a little bit now.
Now Lombard again beginning to unleash those strikes. And although he is considered a solid striker, he does tend to loop his punches a little. And Gono, now a huge boxing fan, actually admires James Toney. Lights out Toney, and it's going to be Gono who wants to, of course, turn Lombard's lights out here tonight. But
well, if he's gonna admire James Lights Out Toney, he needs to keep his hands up a lot higher and learn how to roll his shoulders and not get hit. That's Toney's style. James Toney's famous for not getting hit on the inside, which is why as a heavyweight he's been able to survive for so long, moving up weight.
You can see the damage that's been done to Lombard's face. Nice uppercut by Lombard, but Gono comes back with a leg attack. Into the final minute, and what began as a very quick start for Hector Lombard has now become a fight that Akihiro Gono is controlling in the final 60 seconds.
Yeah, he's actually controlled the pace since after that first onslaught. Oh, good takedown. Nice job. Yeah.
Trip there by Gono. Surviving though, as he's now in the bottom, the closed guard. Look at the face of Lombard, Trig.
Yeah, both sides. Little damage to both cheeks.
Final 30 seconds now of this first round. Nice heel strikes being delivered by Akihiro Gono from the bottom. Not a lot of action taking place here as they're going to ride out the last few seconds of the first round.
Hector needs to sit all the way up. There's basically 3 positions here. Head positions all the way on your chest, about midway up, and all the way up, posture sitting all the way up. He really needs to move in there. You can't, if you get a position like this in a guy like Gono, you can't just sit there with your chest on it, with your head on his chest, hoping to eke out a victory.
And there's just a beginning of the round here, Trig.
Just coming after him, throwing everything out there. Now, a lot of power, a lot of strength behind each one of these punches. Knocks Gono down a couple times, but it's from his aggressiveness. It wasn't from the punch that knocked him down. In fact, he just kept charging him over like a bull in a china shop. You see Gono step back in and boom, finally line one. That was with his thumb. It wasn't even, it was a big looping punch. If it had been a straight punch, he probably would have knocked him down. That one was straight. As you see, it snaps Hector's head back. But the thing is that Hector is staying in Gono's position when Gono wants to fight, which is on his feet striking. You don't want to be with a guy like this, especially with the credentials that Hector has.
Nice knee right there by Gono. From close quarters, and another nice knee. And then Shango looking for the takedown, gets the ankle pick. So Hector Shango Lombard and Akihiro Gono. You know, we do live in a technological age, Trig, and to get some publicity, Lombard put his contract up for auction on eBay, believe it or not. And
I heard you lost a bid for that.
I put my bid in.
Which bid for it?
A couple of loonies. That's a
loony.
Canadian dollar. All right, the two fighters now circle each other as this round gets underway. Only 5 minutes remaining, and now it's Lombard coming with a leg kick. Trying to get some spring in his steps there. Bopping up and down, and there's the kickboxing of Akihiro Gono.
Hands down, definitely not the way you want to be. If you guys are new to the fight game or you're a new fighter trying to break into the top of the pro ranks, please don't hold your hands like Gono's holding them. You just ask and you get your chin chopped off.
Looking to get his beard shaved. Lombard comes in again. Gono.
There we go. So
Greco-Roman clinch. Nice knee. Lombard delivers one of his own. Now a little dirty boxing happening here in the corner.
Big step. Lombard's in a pretty good judo throw position right now. You know, oh, good job by Gono to try to throw him. Lombard just has too much balance, too athletic, just reversed on the way down.
Lombard, a physical specimen, making his debut here tonight again.
When he was competing in judo, he competed at 73 kilos, which is
161 pounds.
Yeah, and then now he's competing at 183 pounds. So you understand that how much weight he had to cut when he was competing, and that was just 6 years ago.
Again, he moved from Cuba to Australia, coming off an armbar victory over Matthew Toa on a show down under. And a lot of buzz again surrounding the debut of Hector Shango Lombard. And again, when you're representing Yoshida Dojo, you know that here in Japan, the spotlight will be firmly upon you.
Great. It's funny because he's lived in Australia long enough where his English is very, very good. So we actually got to spend some time talking, change judo
A very
philosophies.
affable fellow, very gregarious. And again, at the press conference, he and Gono definitely talked the talk. And
can you do me a favor and spell gregarious? And then tell me what it means. Sure. So I know Hector wants to talk a lot, but I do know.
Gregarious means he's likable.
Thank you.
And right now, what's likable is the fact that Hector Lombard, if you're a fan of the newcomer, is looking to put the squeeze on Akihiro Gono, but Gono trying to maneuver from the bottom, half butterfly guard. Going to be very difficult for him to maybe attempt an elevator sweep, although that's what it looks like he was trying to do there. We're down to the final 2 minutes of this first round here at Saitama Super Arena, Bushido Survival 2006.
Hector's in
the crowd beginning to rally behind Akihiro Gono.
Hector's in a pretty good spot here for a little bit of a neck crank. I don't think there's enough power there to tap a guy like Gono with it, but definitely get him to a good guard pass position. The problem with judo is a lot of the submissions that you would normally hit in jiu-jitsu, you don't practice in judo, because judo is all about going from your feet, throwing a guy right to his back, getting an ippon, and the fight is over. So Hector's submissions aren't going to be as talented as a guy in jiu-jitsu, but he definitely has a submission game.
Is dipping into his pocket. We've got a green card for Hector Lombard, a green card for Akihiro Gono, green cards endemic to Bushido, and it means 10% from the purse. And again, the mandate is action. We'll see if they can light the wick here into the final few moments of round number 1.
I can't believe from the very beginning of the first round, the start that we saw, wow, good overhand right.
And obviously
that from the very beginning of round 1, I can't believe that they would have a green card happening in the second round.
Obviously, they weren't expected to maintain the pace of the first few minutes of round number 1. Here now into the latter stages of the fight.
A little bit more aggressive.
We're into the final minute of this fight. Who wants it more? Referee calls for the break. What is it, Mr. Trigg?
This is close because Hector won that first 45 seconds of that first round.
Oh, nice
oh wow!
Gono.
Just barely missed.
Oh, a nice right hand, and Lombard can take a shot.
One big throw, and Lombard can seal the deal here, but I think Gono's a little bit ahead of the scorecards right now.
Final 30 seconds of this fight. Who will advance to the second round of Bushido Survival 06?
Bushido should be telling Hector to get moving right now. Big throw, get inside and throw him one big time. Gono needs to just keep doing what he's doing, keeping him on the outside. Oh, great punch.
You can see that Lombard was attempting a judo throw there, perhaps an Uchimata, but Gono able to avoid that, and the bell sounds to end this fight, and we will go to the judges' scorecards. Very aggressive start by Hector Lombard, and there we see the spinning back fist attempt by Akihiro Gono. You talked about giving the slight advantage to Hector Lombard. Trigg, would you care to expound on that?
I get the slight lead to Gono just because he picked him apart more, kept more position, got his back that period after that first run in the beginning of the first round. He did a much better job of controlling the pace of the fight, controlling where everything was going. Obviously, aggressiveness has to go to Hector, but that's also the last criteria.
After surviving a brutal onslaught to kick off the fight, Akihiro Gono advances to the second round of Bushido Survival with a unanimous decision over a very game Hector Lombard